organizational rights in the public service. We also want the insourcing of the security officers.
Comrade, we must show them the power is with the workers.
What is the challenge mostly in our industry is that many of us as guards, we're not aware of these issues and these processes that we have to follow when we have to challenge, when we feel that our labor rights are being undermined, you know. So, like, have you ever represented security guards while you are working for NUPSAW?
Yes, we once had the comrades from. There's this company that was a very problematic one, Mafuku Security.
Mafuku, yeah. They've been trading that a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, they've been trading.
You know, we changed that security company in my workplace because it was exploiting workers. We said no. These people, you can't give them contract in the public health. You rather give them elsewhere, not where we are working, because our officers, they were exploited left, right, and center, and we then felt no, we are working as public servants. But this private company, how is treating the employees, it's uncalled for. Then we united as workers to push and say, no. Government, when you bring a security company, bring a better security company than this one. Hopefully they did that, and I can see that currently when I listen to them on the floor there and walking around saying, no, comrade, we are doing very well with this current one. Although this company, they would never be 100%, but with the current one that we have, we are doing very well. Then it's more like I'm happy when comrades are saying that on the corridors, because I'm one person that who engages all the staff categories in my workplace. Because what I want to see is that when you work, you must be motivated so that the service that you give to the client is outstanding. That's all what we always look for, especially from the side of unions and representatives. So if employers, they don't see the good side in terms of motivating their employees, they would always have a new security every month, and it compromises their credibility as well, something that they don't know.
Yes. Now that I prepared, but I know, so I have to just go. I have to remind myself now. Yeah. So what do you see the security industry like? And like, what do you think that need to be changed, like in maybe in the next 5 years? What as someone,
I think that what I can only say in public sector, inclusive of the private sector, they must just do away with the tendering processes. And that is the only way that can change the lives of the security officers. Because if I can give you an example, if you go to the SIRA website and take in terms of how security companies are structured, in terms of how are they supposed to request the payment for one security officer, you would find 15,000 rand is paid for a security officer by a particular department. Then they would go and pay a security officer 3,000 rand. 3,000. Those kind of money. Then you ask yourself that does the tendering system in our country, both private and public sector, assist to change the lives of our own people now? That is a no. And how do we then fight those processes to get to the insourcing? Because the insourcing bill now that is in Parliament, how do we make sure that that insourcing bill is realized in private and public sector? We must unite all the security officers, inclusive of the cleaners in private sector and public sector, that the insource must be number one priority. And this is not going to be an easy task to handle, because you are taking the bread and butter and the luxurious life people are enjoying at the sweat and blood of the officers. So a lot is going to take place if that direction is taken by security officers uniting and fighting for insourcing. There's going to be bribery of officers. There's going to be assassination taking place. Many things. I'm just telling this so that if officers are starting to think of taking that direction, they must expect to stand firm and know that there is no turning back. They are fighting for their liberation. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Because it would be easy to monitor while if the tender process would be
it would be ability.
It would be easy to monitor because under government there are many benefits that are there. But at the same time there's also a disadvantage of that process, because I've noticed that in private sector, employees they know they are dedicated to their work, and they know that it's their bread, it's where their bread is coming from. For example, I can make an example about the private colleges versus the public one. You know, you would. If you go there to a private college, let's say to register or to do inquire to register your kid, you would get a treatment, a satisfied treatment from those, because they know that this person is a client. This is where our salary is depending on them subscribing to us. To our service or on anything. But in public colleges, those people, they know that we have benefit. You can't be fired. You can't be fired without we know our rights and all that. You know, so they would just treat you anyhow, just like in hospital, just like the complaints that people have always been having about public hospitals to be such. But yeah, we're hopeful for the sake of the security, because it's the one industry that has been facing exploitation for a very long period of time. So Mkhulu, with that being without wasting any more time, let me give thanks for the time and the knowledge that you shared with us on this platform. You know, so in closing, what message do you have for the security guards and the companies, these companies that are and also officials from these CCMA, from these entities like CCMA, Bargaining Council and all that?
No, thank you very much, Zed. Firstly, let me say it was going to be very good that most of don't find yourselves in there, because that's where they will divide you and say siyamazi uNdevi uyaphuza emsebenzini bese bathi hayi siyamxolela sebafuna ukumkhipha kule 10 so that they divide the number. So these are the tactics that are normally used. So when you start those battles, unite yourself, focus on the end result.
500. How can someone feed a family on such a low payment, comrade? It doesn't work like that, comrade. The only thing that we can see them when we're seeing them, comrades, on TV is looting and corruption. The Department of Health, comrades, you go to these labor relations officers, they are incompetent. All of them. How can they stand, comrades? Just to interpret, comrades, a PSCB resolution 2 of 2017, comrades. Very straightforward in terms of our organizational rights, comrades. But they are failing. We cannot accept that at this time, comrades. We are emphasizing to the MEC that MEC, we trust you as NUPSAW. You will never be ill-advised. You will look and go by the book. You will follow the policies, comrades. That's the reason we're here. We are the citizens of South Africa. We are the workers of this country. You want to ensure compliance, comrade. Long live. Comrade, deputy chairperson, comrade. We have a deputy chairperson, we have a provincial secretary, comrade. We have our organizers, comrade. It's always very important, comrade, to be disciplined, comrade. And yet, comrade, you must be disciplined so that what we want to achieve, it becomes a success, comrade. When you start being undisciplined, you won't achieve what you want to achieve. Yes. Then that would make you to be unfocused, comrade. Manda! Manda!
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, that was it. We just had a conversation with Mr. Mzianda, who's a former representative of Ex-NUPSAW, yeah, sharing with us very powerful insight about the work that they do representing security officers. Unfortunately, we had a connection issue. We're hoping that this is not the first and the last interview with us. So yeah, this is Voice of the Guards. Security officers, this is for you. We know what you're going through. The story matters. If you have a story, please inbox us, share on the comments and all that. So together, let's have a strong voice and fight exploitation, unfair treatment in the workplace, and underpayment and all that. Yeah, this is the Voice of the Guards.